everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for joining me. Well, today we're going to make a beautiful card filled with poppies. We're using some new items that arrived over at Spellbinder Shop. These items are part of a collection designed by Yana. She designs the most beautiful florals you can imagine. Today we're going to be playing with a BetterPress press plate. This is called the Poppy background. The neat thing about this is you're actually going to be inking the surface, the black areas, and then the poppies will be white in your background. So pretty. This is what it looks like. It's a full A2 cover plate. There is a coordinating stencil in a bundle that you can use to color in the poppy background if you want, but we're just going to use the plate today. I'm also going to be using the beautiful Yana's Poppy die set. It's a 2-piece die set. I'll leave a video at the end where I created another project using one of Yana's beautiful florals. They're typically like this. You get the outline, and then this piece here will create a dainty and delicate floral that you can color in. Let me go ahead and share with you what it looks like. I'm just going to use some white cardstock. Might as well die cut the background out once, and then I'll die cut out this out. You're just going to be blown away at how pretty this is. I'll be right back. I went ahead and die cut it out twice because this is what it looks like without the inside pieces. You have the beautiful florals, but the leaves are solid, which is nice for ink blending. Okay, this is your background panel, and when you layer this right over the top, it does leave a little bit of a white border, and it just looks so elegant and so pretty. And then on this piece you can see there is some detail on the inside layers that when you ink them up they just pop out and stand out. So this is just gorgeous. We're going to be using this on our card today. For my background, I'm bringing in some cotton card panels for the BetterPress system. The one that I'm using today is Porcelain. It's more on the white side, and since this is, I thought we'd use cotton card panels for our press plate because this is a really mostly solid background. Let's start by taking our press plate. Got my coffee out today. I need some go-go juice. So we have our press plate. I'm going to go ahead and place this. It is a little bit larger than an A2 panel, so let me show you. This is my cotton card panel. You can see it is a little bit larger, which makes it really nice. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of adhesive to the back of my cotton panel. I'm just going to layer it where I want it, and then I bring in the top plate here, and I just push down. This way I know it's perfectly positioned. Okay, now after I have this lighter layer on my background plate, I'm going to darken the edges with a slightly darker ink. This is Paintbrush Studios Atlantis, and I'm just going to add it to the edges here. I love these two colors together. Okay, I think that's all we need. I'm going to go ahead and add my top plate, and I'm going to run this through my Platinum 6. I'll be right back. And look how gorgeous that is. Since we already have the white, which is what I want, I'm also bringing in some dark orange cardstock, and I'm going to die cut out the poppy here with dark orange. I think the orange and blue is going to go really pretty together. So I'm going to run this part through my die cut machine, and I will be right back. Okay, so we have our poppy here. Now while it's still in the background, I'm going to do a little ink blending with some dark red ink. I'm just going to use one of my blending brushes here. And then I'm going to add just a little highlight over some of these petals. I'm going to start with the red, but then we're going to actually add a little bit more of an intense color with black. Okay, I think that looks good. Now I'm going to bring in my detail brushes, and we're going to add some black highlights to this also. And I'm going to use a black ink and then my black blending brush here. And I'm going to add some darker areas to the flower center, to this piece too. I kind of want to add a little bit of black to the red that we added. Looks like a hot mess, but wait until you see. It's very easy to do, but wait until you see what it looks like when we inlay this. Okay? Before I do that, I do want to add some green to my leaves here. I'm going to use a little bit of my green, and we're going to add some green to our leaves. I'm going to also bring in a different color ink. I'm going to switch this out for a little bit of a lighter green, kind of adding two tones. Two tones really make a difference. Let me show you on here. Look how pretty that is. Now what I'm going to do is take this extra piece, we're going to punch it out. I'm going to go ahead and add some glue behind it, and we're going to tack this directly over here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add glue to my work surface. And then I have a dauber. This is from the mini ones from Tim Holtz. We're just going to tack a clean one on here. I'm going to pick up some of this glue and do a little tapping with it. Makes it so much easier. Okay, and then we can take this and we'll just layer it over our background. I'm going to use an acrylic block to help weigh that down. And in the meantime, we're going to work on this background here. And then I'll take this layer. This is the layer that we colored in our leaves, and I'm going to layer it over here. So now we have two layers with a little bit of dimension. Okay, now I'm going to use my glue, and basically this is the fun part. This is where we just add glue to all the inside areas. And really there's not too many. And all we have to do is use our pickup tool, and we can just do our little inlaying in here. Okay, and then we have this flower. What I like to do is just punch. Well, actually what you could really do to make it easy, punch this out. If your pieces are still intact, just punch this out. I have a few stragglers. Line it up here, right over the top. And for all these little pieces, just press them in. And look how gorgeous. Let me show you up close. The hot mess kind of turned into a really pretty poppy, huh? It's because of the outlines. Okay, let's go ahead, take our background. We're going to put it on the front of our card. Now our background panel is on the front of our card base, and we need a home. Now I think it drowns out if we were just to put this here, although that does look pretty. What I'm going to do is use the Spellbinder's tag punch and create a tag, but I thought we'd add some polka dots to our background. So I'm using a background stamp from Trinity Stamps. It's called Polkadot, and I'm just going to keep it on the backing. I'm going to add some black ink. I'm just going to use Memento. Okay, I'll take my panel. I'm going to place it right over the top and just press down really good. And then we have some nice polka dots on our background. Wonderful. And then I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. This is where we can take away any imperfections. I'm going to go ahead and trim off one side here. I'm going to flip it around. My largest tag in here is 2.5 inches, so I'm going to trim my panel to 2.5 inches. There's 2.5. Okay, and I'm gonna actually trim off the bottom portion to 5 inches. I may trim a little bit more off the bottom, we'll see. And then I'll take my panel. Let's see. I'm actually going to trim 1/4 more inch off. So we're going to trim this to, so my panel is 2.5 inches wide by 4 3/4. I'm going to slide this in my punch here. Give it a good press. And then I'm going to bring in an orange eyelet for the very top, and I'm going to thread it with some white twine. Okay, I'll take my tag. We're going to put it right in the center. I went ahead and placed some foam tape behind my poppy. I'm going to add that right in the center of my tag. Then I'll tie a bow. Trim those tails of the bow. And then my greeting here is hot foiled. I just pulled out one of my greetings I had already pre-made. This is from the Spellbinder's Hexi-Gem Sentiments. One shot, it has a whole bunch of different greetings, and then it has some banner tags. So I put some foam tape behind it. And I'm going to go ahead and add this across the bottom. I'm bringing in my teal opalescent gems. And we'll add some to that polka dot tag in the background. I'm going to place them first. And that finishes off my card for today. Hope you get a chance to check out Yana brand new Poppy collection over at Spellbinders. I'll leave a link down below. Have a fabulous day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.